of the most magical places to go to in County Cavan is Loch Sheelan, in the area of Mountnugent and County Cavan. And if you're in that area, please do take a little visit to Crover House, and it surely is a magical place. That's who I have with me now. I have got Warren McElhone, and Warren is the General Manager of Crover House, Cavan. A fantastic place, a beautiful place, a jewel in the crown of Cavan, really, I should say.
It is, in fairness. Like, we're sitting right on top of Loch Sheelan. We have amazing views, just looking out onto the lake. It's fabulous property.
It is just fantastic. I've been at a wedding there. My nephew got married there last year.
Excellent.
And it's just fantastic for views and a wedding. And everything is it's like a little island, really, isn't it?
It is. I mean, it feels like you're a million miles away from everything, but you're actually not.
That's exactly what
you're
you
kind
feel.
of in the centre of a lot of big towns.
And so to stay a weekend must be magical there as well.
It is.
Yeah.
It's just so peaceful, so relaxing.
What else is there? We'll talk about Crover House and all it offers in a moment. But what else is, if somebody from, say, Dublin or London or New York came to stay in Crover House, what else is in the area that they can go and see?
We actually have the Cavan County Museum, which is on our doorstep. About 10 minutes to take you in Ballygym's off to take you into it. And I brought the team from reception in to see the place about a month ago, and they were all just blown away by it. It's absolutely
something else.
fabulous.
That's another jewel.
It is, and we spent about 2 hours, and I don't think we did it justice, because you can spend the entire day there. You can just get lost in everything that they have. You have the far side of the lake. You have Loch Crover as well, which is it's kind of an adventure centre and gardens, and really, really nice. Again, you can spend a good part of the day there as well. So there's a good bit to see and do in the area. And there's some cairns as well over in Loch Crover.
So to get back to Crover House, we interviewed Connie, Connie Riley, yeah. Connie O'Reilly, I think it is, who is the proprietor of Crover House Hotel, and he told us the story and the history of Crover House, and it is the same year as the establishment of Guinness.
Yeah. So this year we're celebrating 260 years as an estate. It's got quite a colourful history. It'll probably take a long time for me to explain it all, but it's been passed from family to family for generations, and eventually it downsized to a small estate, and Connie bought it in 1992.
I think he saw a picture of it from somewhere.
He was actually on Loch Sheelan fishing.
And he saw a little picture and had a dream for it.
Yeah, and looked up and said, someday I'm actually going to buy that place, and that came through.
So there you are, that's how you do, visualise your dreams. So Crover House, and actually at the moment, as it stands at the moment, there is further development down the line.
There is. I mean, thankfully Connie has invested an awful lot in Crover in the last couple of years. He's up at about 1.5 million at the moment, and he's refurbished the ballroom, the Lakeview Bistro. He's put a lot of money into it, and a lot of stuff behind the scenes as well. If you come up, you wouldn't notice we've done it, but stuff that needs to be done to an old mansion house. But the biggest investment was the ballroom, and what we did there was opened up the entire back of the ballroom, and now all you have is that beautiful view of Loch Sheelan in the backdrop. So I mean, when it comes to weddings, you cannot get a better backdrop for any photographs. It's just spectacular. I've often said and joked in the hotel that I'd love to move my office from where it is to the ballroom, so I could just sit there and look out the windows at it all day.
Well, if you watch television and you watch At Your Service, you'll see Francis Brennan and Francis and John Brennan, and Francis always says that everything is in the detail. So when you're talking about a wedding and a wedding venue and everything like that, it is the detail and it is the fine detail that makes the wedding day a very special day. And I do think somehow that Crover House has managed to capture that.
We do, and I suppose it starts long before the actual wedding day. When you come in and you meet the team, the weddings team we have, they do a fabulous job. And the one thing is, there's a lot of pressure built up around the day for brides and grooms. There's a lot of organisation involved in it. And the team are
It's a big production now. A wedding is a big production. It's like putting on a big show.
It is.
It's really what it's like.
And the wedding team just make you feel so relaxed and so at ease from the second you come in the door. I mean, we have a great guy who meets everybody at the door, Liam, and he just has this amazing welcome for everybody. So anybody coming in to view the property meets Liam in the beginning, and it just sets a really good tone, and that continues throughout the rest of the process.
Actually, if you've got a personality like that, you could show anybody around an old barn and make it good, really good.
Absolutely.
So to get back to Crover Hotel, a wedding day, fantastic production, and I've been there myself, I've experienced it myself. Yeah. Excellent.
I mean, it's not just one person that does it. There's an entire team dedicated
teamwork
to it. So you have wedding coordinators. So there's 2 or 3 of them in the office. They deal with all of the wedding inquiries, deal with all the meetings right through, and the banqueting manager is actually involved in that process as well. So on the day they're not meeting anybody strange. You know, on the day they're not introduced to somebody who they've never met or who won't be in the ballroom on the day of the wedding. Because I think we feel that it puts brides and grooms a lot more at ease when they see familiar faces. Okay,
so just give us an idea of the size of weddings, the smallest and the largest that you can cater for.
The smallest we generally cater for will be about 120, but we have done events up to about 550.
Wow.
The ballroom is that big.
Yeah.
Wouldn't recommend doing a wedding that big.
No,
but
get lost in translation.
Exactly,
Yeah,
we'd say about 380.
And of course, the venue has to be right, and the services and the amenities and everything, and it has to flow on the day. But the food has to be good as well.
Absolutely.
There's no point in sitting down to a crappy meal.
One of the biggest investments that we made in 2018 was we built a brand new kitchen, specifically to cater for the ballroom and for weddings. So it's really helped us kind of improve the product and improve the offering and improve the quality of food that comes out of the kitchens.
So you're the general manager when Chris Connie himself has got many other businesses in New York, and he lives over in New York, and he comes over to check it every now, to come over to have a look, to oversee things every now and again, and of course it's in your capable hands. So obviously that is something that's working out.
It is. I mean, 2 years now, so not too bad.
But
no, in fairness, I think thankfully Connie lets us do it. We come with ideas to him. He says yes or no, and he look at the invest in it. He's happy. He's very happy with everything.
So, what are future plans for Crover House? Can you break news? Can you tell us any secrets? Can you tell us?
What we've done is we've worked on the ballroom. We've moved into the Lakeview Bistro. Now we're looking at reception. So the cocktail bar area, we're looking at kind of doing something like that. Nothing set in stone at the moment. Definitely a new toilet block is on the agenda as well, and the back car park is up for redevelopment as well. So they're the next steps.
Absolutely. Well, we're glad to hear that Crover House is doing so well. I saw a picture of it. Actually, we were down with our TVs last winter in the snow, and we got some lovely pictures of it during the snow with the fountain and everything, so it looked really nice. As I say, Crover House is a gem.
It is.
It's new and it's up to the minute, state of the art and up to the minute, but it sits in there beautifully and it looks really well, and it gives you that feeling of you're away from everything, you're on this wonderful island, and there you go. Warren, I'd like to thank you very much for talking to us on Cavan TV and telling us all about the fabulous Crover House Hotel.
Thank you very much.